I'm eating.
What are you eating?
Biscuit.
You're always eating something. This is
the,
why you're fat. Look at me, you're fat.
I need the energy because I've never stopped all day.
You know why you haven't stopped all day? You know why, don't you?
Right.
Because I am purposely have been fucking idle.
Yeah.
That's why.
As normal.
Welcome, you legends and heliheads, you choppers and stick baggers. Stick baggers? Welcome, you heliheads, you choppers and stick bangers, you twizzle whizzlers and Soxos strike lovers out there. And if you're not a lover of a Soxos strike, you should be. It's the sexiest helicopter by far, no question. Hopefully by now you've seen part one and you've seen the introduction video that I done when I and Bob went and paid Alessio a visit down at Heli Shop. And if you haven't seen that video, you can see it up there. So part one was the unboxing video. This video, I'm again coupled like two naughty border collies. I'm coupled with Bob, who's behind the camera, and we will be together working on this video, part two, which is the build. Now, what's different about this video to other build videos is that we're not going to go through every single nut, bolt and screw and everything else. Bob, is there anything to add behind the camera?
Nope.
Any words of wisdom?
Nope.
You can't get the staff, can you? Okay, so we're going to explain. We'll film that. Then we're going to crack on and build it. We won't film that. And then we're going to come back and give you feedback. Now, Bob, we've got some parts in front of us. A few tools. We've got all the sort of drivers, sockets that we need over here in two different parties here. We've got Loctite. What else have we got over there?
We got knife blade.
Yep.
A bit of plastic, put some Loctite on so you can dip your screws in and that.
Yep.
And a bit of grease.
Bit of grease, done. Right, and we've looked at the manual. Quick feedback on the manual for the viewers. What do we think? Very good manual, excellent. Right, and we've split it down into two bits of build. I'm going to do one bit, you're going to do another. What are we doing there? Right,
Tiger's going to do page one, which the bag one goes with the page number.
There we go.
So Tiger's going to build all the side frames and that ready. And then I'm going to start on page two, which is the monoblocks assembly.
Excellent.
Which goes right through to the next couple of pages.
Right.
But all the bags relate to the page numbers.
Excellent. So that's what you take away from this, is that we've prepared our workspace. We've got the right bags out. And if you don't need the bag, don't have it out. We've read through the manual on the parts that we're going to be doing, or the build that we're going to be doing first. Read it first, then go back and build. Don't build and read at the same time. That's the worst thing. RTFM. So we've read the manual. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to do the frame. You're going to do all the complicated stuff. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah. Is that right?
We can't let him loose on anything that's more difficult than a simple thing like that.
No, we can't. Right. Let's get on with this. We're going to cut now to it being completed.
A few moments later.
Okay, as promised, we've now completed the first build. I'd like to point out at this stage I was finished significantly quicker than Uncle Bob.
Like hell.
I was.
I did that in the time it took him to put one screw in.
So we've both done our bits now, as we said at the intro there. The only feedback I've got for you on when you're putting this bit together here on page one, the only feedback I've got for you is just reference the top of the manual there, which clearly identifies by number the type of screw. Because a lot of these screws that you're putting in here are self-tappers, which in general terms, when it comes to building a helicopter, is sort of, unknown territory. We don't really use self-tappers, but actually you're going through carbon fibre into plastic. So just, I go back to what I said at the beginning. Read the manual, read through the process properly first before you start tackling it. That's my main bit of feedback. What about you, Bob?
On this one, the only bit you could possibly get wrong in that is that gear. Look at the picture. If you look at the picture, you can't get it wrong.
Right, we're now on to the second part. What are we doing now, Bob?
I'm going to do the front end of this. Put this to that and do the front end, and Tiger's going to start making the head.
I'm going to start making I'm going to start giving Bob head. Is that what you said? Is that what you said? So you want me to start making something that gives you head? Is that so I'm making the head. I don't want to make the head with you. I don't want to make the head.
And I'm going to put this together and do the front part.
Right, okay, so you've got the easy bit and I have to make head.
Well, I had the hard bit last time, you got the hard bit this time.
Right, okay, join us in a minute then when I would have made head and Bob would have stuck them two together with sellotape. Right, okay.
One eternity later.
Right, legends, here we are, as promised. The work has been done. The head, noticed I had the complicated job of building the head. And making the head. Always takes longer than you wanted it to. Feedback on the head. It was an enjoyable experience making the head. It went together fairly well. Nothing really to report back. Like all of them, take your time. The usual tricks of the in and out races by placing them on the feathering shaft if you're a blind old bugger like me and can't read the laser etched in and out on the outside of them. And if you can't read that, you've got problems. But look, there's nothing really to report. Now, apart from, whilst I was doing all of that very complex engineering and putting it together, Bob, Condor, had the easy job of putting the frame inside the very well created framework that I'd done earlier on. All he had to do was put it in there and bolt it in there. A fairly sort of simple task, right?
Yeah, with the servos, swash plate, links.
Yeah, but as usual, you went ahead, didn't you?
Engine mount.
Yeah, but we weren't supposed to do that. You went ahead.
It's because you're so slow.
No, I wasn't slow. I was taking time making the head.
Anyway.
But yeah, give us a brief, Bob, where we are now.
Well, we're up to doing the tail boom now, so we've got the engine mounted with the pinion and everything meshed up properly, all the rest of the bits as you saw earlier. Servos are mounted. I just got to add that it's a brilliant engine mount with bearings top and bottom. There's no strain on that motor whatsoever.
Awesome.
Other than that, it's all ready now. Now we're on to the tail boom.
Okay, right. Next steps, Bob. What are the next steps? What am I making next?
The tail rotor assembly.
Fuck me, really?
While I do the rest.
Why have I got all the complicated engineering to do?
Because you're slow.
Jesus Christ. And you've got all the easy big stuff to do.
Because I'm good.
I don't think this is fair.
Oh, here.
Right, so serious note, I'm going to build the tail rotor and Bob's going to do more of nothing, basically. And when we come back, what should we see when we come back?
Tail boom's complete, tail rotor on, everything ready to just start doing the wiring.
Excellent. And we're not going to be videoing that, legends and heliheads. We're not going to be videoing doing the wiring or the electrics or anything like that, are we?
I don't think so.
We're not going to go into that. It's fairly straightforward. If you've never built a helicopter before and this is your first one, my advice to you is this. This is a great kit, but if it's your first helicopter, then the mechanical building of it will be an enjoyable experience and you should crack on and give it a go. But when it comes to the electrics, reach out to someone who knows what they're doing, because I'm afraid no amount of forum research, no amount of book reading is going to enable you to be in the right place to be able to set up a helicopter electronically. Ask for help. It's very likely that almost everybody in your own club will indeed help you, because you ask me a lot, don't you, for help?
Oh, I need your help all the time.
Yeah, I know, because
I'm useless at this.
You need my help because you are special needs. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. See you in a minute.
3:28 a.m.
Right. Okay. Here she is. She's now complete. I apologise in advance for holding her as if she was a general purpose machine gun, but once a soldier, always a soldier, I'm afraid. Look, there she is. All we're now going to move into is doing the electronics, which I said we're not going to film. The biggest takeaway for me from this is that apart from 15 cups of tea that you've had to make to keep me fueled whilst I've built this, yet again I was let down again. But the biggest takeaway for me for this is really what a precision piece of engineering this is. and fair play to Soxos and Heli Professional. It's Heli Professional, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, fair
No.
play to... Is it? Heli Professional?
Highly professional.
Yeah, fair play to Heli Professional. This is a wonderful package and a joy to put together. It is immensely precise in every way. I'm not going to give examples because I don't need to. Just by saying it is precision engineering, I think is good enough. I'll go one step further and I'm going to say, for me, better than SAB kits. Now, that's maybe slightly controversial, but I don't care. This is my journey, and I've built SABs, and they didn't go together as well as this. And you can look up there on how I built the SAB Genesis Urukai Eve behind me to see what I thought of that build. Anyway, that's enough from me. What about you?
Well, I think you said it's better than the Genesis because you've not built one of these.
What do you mean I haven't built one of these?
You've just stood there and watched me.
Yes, but I have. No. But listen, there are monkeys and there are organ grinders, and I'm afraid in this world I'm an organ grinder.
Pop is an organ grinder. There aren't many of his kind around anymore. Pete is his sidekick, but to see them in a crowd, it seems like it's the other way around.
But yes, out of the helicopter kits I've built,
Yeah.
it's certainly one of the most easiest to put together because everything is just right.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I cannot fault any part of it.
Yeah. And that's saying something, with all respect, because you've been around a while, since I think 1701.
I keep telling you,
And
1693.
1693. You're immensely old, and you've got
But still,
decades of experience.
Immensely old, but still better looking than you.
Yeah, I know that, and I'm not questioning that. No, but on a serious note, you have been flying for decades,
No, I haven't.
and you've
I've
put.
only been flying for 3 years since I packed in.
When you add all the years of experience you've got together, you're looking at what, 40 odd years of
No,
flying?
20 years.
So 20 odd years, but you've built hundreds of machines.
Well, no.
Well, this is going fucking well, isn't it? Why don't you just
Tens
get
of
on the
machines.
fucking party boat? Why don't you just go along with this? I mean, you could have just very easily said, yeah, 40 years and I've built hundreds. But no, you told the truth, you twat.
6.5 hours later.
You've built loads of machines. Have you built a better engineered machine
I've not
than
built
the
anything
Soxos?
better, no.
Right, well, that says it all. That says it all.
In fact, if I go to the last machine I built, this is far better.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to name the name of the last machine I built.
And if I may say, you are very critical.
Thank you.
No, it wasn't a fucking compliment. It most certainly passes Helished quality control. It passes Condor's experience and his immense, critical and very, very diligent method of building a helicopter. You won't get a better kit than a Soxos. I don't care whether that's a 6, a 7.1 light or a 7.1. They are just put together, engineered wise, precision engineering. They are just a joy. That's all I've got. That's my main feedback.
And I'd agree.
Brilliant. Well, we agreed on something.
I know. We'll have to be careful about that in the future.
Holy fuck. Well, we've got the electronics to do now, so we're bound to fall out on that.
Yep.
I think we should bin that first motor and put a big 45-30, 540
I offered you
kV
a
on it.
50-40 for it.
Yeah, no, but I'm not going to pay 3 children and a mortgage for it. Thanks very much, legends. Join us in part 3, where we are going to take this beauty and we are going to give her maiden flight at Park Hall RC Helicopter Club, the oldest helicopter club in the UK, and we're hoping to do that fairly soon. By the time these videos roll out, she would have had a good few flights on her, and of course we'll find out what her name is when she is ready to go for part 3. Thank you very much. I hope this has been useful. Till the next one, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Have you said goodbye?
I just did.
When?
I went bye-bye.
Fucking honestly, you're such a
I'll be
fucking
saying bye-bye
amateur.
to you, innit?
You're